Huh?
Handsome.
Yeah, Bob looks like it, don't he?
A little bit, yeah.
He looked a lot like Bob. I mean, Bob looks a lot like he did.
Yeah. And you and Jean look a
He
lot
was
alike.
quite a few years older than I.
Yeah.
I think he was about 6 or 7 years older than I was. Well, I was 20 when I got married, and I think he was like 27 or something already, and in the service.
Yeah.
So,
How long was he in the service?
well, he was in the service quite a few years. I don't know how long he was in there when he was in South Carolina, but he was in South Carolina, stationed there, you know. He was in the Army Air Corps. In the radio part of it. In the plane. He worked in a plane and took trips in the plane when they went on trips, here and there. And he was a radio operator on a B-25 bomber during the war.
What war was that?
Huh?
World War II? What war was
He
it?
was the radio operator.
In World War II? Was it World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah.
World War II.
Did he have to go overseas?
He was in a uniform when I met him.
Yeah.
I mean, I never saw him without a uniform,
That's what got you.
He was in the service, and he always had a uniform on until we got married.
Yeah. So you like a man in uniform, huh?
Huh?
You like a man in uniform?
Oh. I don't know whether I like the uniform. They had those brown outfits on, brown shirt and pants that matched. He was third class, what do you call it?
I think sharing clues with Gabriel is great because we have no internet and I don't have
Army Air Force. The Army Air Force, third class. He was. So then he got stationed north of LA, in the middle of California. Take, what's the big city in the middle of California?
San Francisco?
What?
San Francisco?
Yeah, San Francisco. He was stationed a little east of San Francisco in an Army Air Corps base. All planes and everything,
Yeah.
And he was a radio operator on a plane at this base. And I went, when we got married, I went up there and I lived in a house that's like they rented the rooms to soldiers' wives mostly, And so I had a room, and we lived in this one room, and the woman would make different meals, and we'd eat. And it was. I met a few people that had the same upbringing, the same. Getting married in the service and all this stuff,
Yeah.
And we kept close in contact with them even after the war ended. I don't know what happened. Either we or they. We never separated, because I never separated from Mill. And I don't know that this couple ever separated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Bob, but I can't remember. I can't remember the woman's name. Anyway, we had a lot of fun together with different couples that were in the service, you know,
Mm-hmm.
go out together and everything. And
Did you see your family very often?
did I what?
See your family, like your sisters or mom or?
Oh yeah, I lived with my aunt. Well, it was my great aunt. It was my mother's aunt.
Mm.
And my mother lived there then. She had moved to California before I did.
Yeah.
And lived with her aunt, which had a big apartment building.
Mm.
And my mother lived like on the second floor, I remember. And when I went there, I would stay with her. It was all very exciting.
Does it seem like it was a long time ago or not that long ago?
It's a long time ago.
I just feel like time flies by so fast.
It's, well, I got married in, what year was that? 1945,
Mm.
I believe. I can't remember when I got married.
You all put your detective hats on the second you walked into the Glenn house. This whole game is ultimately one giant investigation.
Very fast.
Bob came along, and then Jean came along, and that was it. Just had 2 kids.
One by one, we will take each of you to the
We
basement where you will be subject
found a place in,
there, your fellow players get to ask you
can't
any
even
questions.
remember the town I lived in.
Glen Ellen.
Yeah, Glen Ellen. We bought a piece of property there. Built a house. You know, got the lumber and all that stuff and built this house, whole house.
By yourselves.
Yeah.
And you saved each.
Huh?
You paid for it like as you went, right? You saved money and built.
Yeah, we buy parts, you know, and they deliver the lumber and this and the bricks or whatever.
Hmm. How did you know how to build?
We read books. It was 3-bedroom, 2-bath house.
Hmm.
Well, 1 bath was in the basement, and 1 was up on our floor, on the regular floor.
Hmm.
It's 3-bedroom.
Did y'all have any help or did y'all just do it by yourselves?
We didn't have any help,
Wow.
except my husband had a friend who did plastering, and he did the plastering in the house. He did all the rooms, you know.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I ever told this whole story. Oh.
So what was Jean and Bob like as kids?
They were like normal kids.
Normal.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm nervous. My heart is 1,000% racing. I really feel like I am seriously getting interrogated.
That's cool.
I'm worrying that I might do way too much.
Yeah. They turned out to be pretty good kids.
I think so.
I guess you're lucky if you have good kids.
Yeah.
With today's day, especially, sometimes I just wonder, with kids carrying guns and going to a school and shooting up people in the school, and horrible. You never heard of that.
No.
Years and years and years ago, you know?
I know.
Kids didn't think of guns then, I don't think, you know?
No.
At least I know we didn't.
No. I think it has to do with their upbringing too and being loved because, like,
Oh, yeah.
somehow we got good kids.
It's where you live, too. I mean, the
Yeah.
neighborhood and, you know, who's living there and what they,
And friends.
yeah, and how their family is and,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
We always had the kids involved in stuff like baseball or choir or something, you know.
Yeah.
Keep them busy and out of trouble.
Olive Garden's never-ending first course is always on us with every delicious entree.
Of course, when my mother remarried
Homemade soup on us.
my stepfather
Who we kidding? They're on us too.
and had Cecilia, who lives in California now.
Yeah.
And we call her every week and talk.
Yeah, she's nice.
God, what is this? A comedy, huh?
It's like a cartoon movie.
Cartoon, yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it getting to be?
Is it time for you to go to bed?
Huh?